Are you still typing to ChatGPT like it's 2022? Well, if you are, then I'm going to show you a feature that's been hiding in plain sight. It's going to save you tons of time. And honestly, the best part is that it's available even in the free tier. So you can start using it right away. My name is Rahul, and I help everyday AI users level up. Basically, just people who use the chatbot to go back and forth. I'm going to show you how to become a bit more of a power user. I'm going to give you practical use cases that's actually going to save you time. So stay tuned. Now, you probably use ChatGPT to write emails, generate ideas, maybe to create content for social media. And, everyone talks about how important prompts are. And yes, prompts matter. They impact the quality of your output. But what's always overlooked is how quickly you get the input in. And that's about half the time sometimes, if not more. So I'm going to show you a trick that can make that process of inputting prompts about 10 times faster. Now, many of you may have used the voice mode, and it's a great conversational tool. But what's often overlooked is the dictate button. And, you may have confused it with something similar you've seen on your iPhone or Android keyboard. But I could tell you that this is not your basic speech to text model. This is ChatGPT's own voice recognition model, and it does an exceptional job at transcription. And let me just show you how good it really is. Okay. So I have a prompt here that I will input, and first I'll type it in, and then we'll compare it with the dictate button. Okay, so I'm a new father, and I have some questions about getting immunization shots. So let's try it here. So, hey, ChatGPT, I want you to assume the role of a pediatrician over 30 years of experience. Um, specializing. Oh my God, let me just correct that. In newborns in Ontario, Canada. My question is, when should a newborn get immunization shots? And which vaccines should they get in the first year? All right, so a couple of spelling mistakes. And I'm not the slowest typer, but that took a decent chunk of time. And some of you may be even slower, maybe quicker. I don't know. Especially if you're on your phone, maybe it's really slow, and it can be frustrating. Okay, so I'm going to try the same prompt using the dictate button, and it can make mistakes, but it's really, really good. Okay, so let's give it a go. I want you to take on the role of a pediatrician with over 30 years experience specializing in newborns in Ontario, Canada. My question is, when should my newborn get immunization shots, and which vaccines should they get in the first year? Oh, actually, you know what? Not the first year. Let's make it the first couple of months. What kind of shots should my newborn get in the first couple of months? Okay, so I made some changes. Let's see how well it did. I want you to take on the role of a pediatrician with over 30 years of experience specializing in newborns in Ontario. My question is, when should my newborn get immunization shots, and which vaccines should they get in the first year? Actually, you know what? Not the first year. Let's make it the first couple of months. What kind of shots should my newborn get in the first couple of months? So as you can see, it did an excellent job. No mistakes, clean output, no spelling mistakes, and you can see how powerful this tool is. And once you start using this regularly, trust me, it becomes second nature. And really, what I love about it is how natural it feels. It's almost like you're talking to an assistant or another human, not just some chatbot. You can pause yourself, you can correct yourself, you can rephrase on the fly. Sometimes I leave it on for 8-9 minutes talking, and ChatGPT just kind of rolls with it. And unlike the voice mode that I was talking about earlier, it doesn't cut you off mid-sentence. So to me, this way of inputting has been game changing. The speed, the accuracy. Honestly, it's scary in a good way. So, and also maybe you're not very fluent in English. So what's also super powerful is you can speak in multiple languages and it handles them shockingly well. And let's be real. Like, most people aren't fast typers, especially on the mobile. So this feature is going to save you tons of time and frustration. Now, here's some use cases. Imagine doing this throughout your day. Let's assume you're getting out of a business meeting or a meeting at work and you need to regroup your thoughts or kind of just remind yourself what was covered in the meeting. Rather than type it out on, a document, just open ChatGPT, switch on the dictation, and, just speak away. And other use cases, let's say you just got out of the shower, you had a brilliant idea, rather than pull out notes on your phone and type the actual idea, you just open ChatGPT, hit dictate, and ChatGPT can keep up. Another use case would be, let's assume you're giving instructions to an employee or a freelancer you've hired, and you don't want to be too vague, but you want to be clear. You can open ChatGPT, just start talking, just naturally as you would, and at the end of the prompt, just ask it to refine the output for a freelancer, and it will do that. So there's so many use cases, and honestly, this feature can easily save you hours every single week. So try it today. Use dictate, the voice input, and you'll never go back. And if this video has helped you, please hit subscribe. I'll be breaking down more AI tools and underrated tips every single week. No fluff, just what works.